Hi, this is Dr. Alisa Kriegel, and welcome to Let's Talk About Sex Really. I'm here today for a quick episode about some favorite products. So these were a few of my favorite things, kind of thing. Um, what brought me to do this is I've had some clients recently, and I love that people, I'm all about talking about sex, and there's so many parts that come up with sex and complications, and it seems like everything should be fine. And the two issues that came up were just about um, wetness and dryness and everything in between. But wetness, dryness, that's it. That's a really common one. And interestingly, it was like from a young woman in her 20s and a woman in her late 60s. So this really runs the gamut. And I really want to make a few things clear. The products I'm going to talk today about are some of my favorites and I try everything so I can kind of, get past whatever the hype is and see what works. But again, this is what works for me. So everyone's body's different. Everyone's skin chemistry is different. So you have to try it. But these are sort of my favorites that I have on repeat and reorder right now. So I thought, let me share them. And let me talk a little bit about how you might try to use them uh, with moisture, with dryness in the vaginal canal, in the vulva. One of the things that can definitely happen is, as I've talked about in previous episodes, the one on menopause, what can definitely happen is dryness. Our hair gets drier, witness here. Um, our hair gets drier, our skin gets drier, our skin everywhere gets drier, including our internal skin, and the vaginal canal is can get very dry. So there are products that can help over time, just like you would moisturize your skin, put a moisturizer on in the morning or before you go to bed. There are moisture products that can do that. My favorite right now that I'm going to share is called Medicine Mama. I love this. This particular product is V Magic Vulva Balm, BALM, Vulva Balm. Hydrates and soothes. I'm just going to show you the texture. It's very gentle. It's very soft. And you can use it on the inside of the vulva and just to keep things feeling nice and moisturized. The same way it feels great when our skin, when our hands, a hand cream, when our hands feel dry, when our lips feel dry. I use this on my lips even sometimes. Why not? It's moisture. There are no chemicals in this, nothing dangerous. I try to kind of check all of the products I use to make sure that they are um, more on the natural side. That's just what I prefer. So Medicine Mama, love it for kind of more of a daily, do it in the morning after you get out of the shower, do it in the evening. What I also love is the same brand, Medicine Mama. This is the exact same product, V Magic. However, this comes in a little travel. I'm gonna open this little travel so that same texture, not a strong scent. If you're really There's no perfume, so it just has a very mild natural scent. Same thing, but it is in travel form. I brought this with me to Greece because it just doesn't get messy and it's so easy to travel with. So, big fan, Medicine Mama, Vulva Balm. Give it a try. The other thing, and look, dryness can happen to anyone at any age. I think we notice it. Oh, look, I'm rubbing some in my hair because it's like seeing it on the camera. Um, we notice it as we age because we sort of just notice a lot of changes in our skin. But people have dryness at any age. So it is not a sign that something is necessarily bad. Or I think a lot of people look at wetness in terms of lubrication or vaginal wetness as a sign of arousal, which it can be, but not having that doesn't mean you're not aroused. The young woman I spoke to was talking about she's in a new relationship and feeling quite turned on and wet. However, once they get to the act of penetration and sex, and it goes on for a while, she notices some chafing and they have not been using lube. So some people, I don't know why I had this as a when I was younger, that somehow lube means you're not turned on. That's just bullshit. You can be turned on and not have a consistent level of lubrication. Lube can just make intercourse so much more comfortable. I would say sometimes you have to find that sweet spot between too much so that it's like too slippery and not as arousing for a male partner who might like a little feel of friction, but it's that sweet spot between, Goldilocks here. Uh, Not too wet, but not too dry, right? Just right. So play with that. Play with that for yourself. So the next one product I have here is from a brand, Foria. I'm going to do a little Foria here. Foria, I love. Foria does a lot of mainly intimacy products. I've been using a few of theirs. So they have something called Awaken Arousal Oil. Really like this. They make one that is with natural botanicals. That's what I have here right now. They also make one that has CBD in it, so cannabinoid. CBD is really interesting when it is in, I mean, for anything, CBD can help us feel more relaxed. I've used CBD creams for pain relief and they work really well. Some of my favorites for pain relief are CBD. These do not, the CBD is cannabinoid. It does not have the THC. It does not get you high. You're not ingesting it. This is again for the vulva, for the vaginal canal. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna sample it here. So it's a really nice size bottle. I'll show you. You can see brown bottle so it doesn't, the oils don't get, the sunlight breaking them down. And they also make a travel size, but I'm trying to see the ounces on this. This is 1 fluid ounce. So you can travel with this as well. The cap locks. I really love this. I'm just gonna, this one's sorry, kind of empty, but you get the idea. It's like a little oil. Um, Oh, look at me. See, this is proof I actually do use it because it's basically empty. So I'm going to try to show you. It is just, I don't know if you can see that, it's oil. So it's easier to put on with the dispenser, little dab, little dab, rub it. I like to use this both right at the opening of the vaginal canal as well as on my clitoris. It's arousal oil. It just throughout the whole area makes everything feel really nice. And look, sex is about feeling good and about feeling nice and feeling, taking care of yourself as well as a partner. So I will use this um, before any intimacy, even just to fool around. It feels really good. And as well as I might put another little dab of it, get a little going before intercourse. Sometimes I will use this if I don't feel like if I don't feel like I need a lot of lube, I'll use this instead because it just, for me, it just is the right amount. So again, Foria, intimacy. This is the Awaken Arousal Oil, either with organic botanicals, as it says here, or with CBD. There's a great kit. I would show you a sample of it, but I actually just gave it to a dear friend for her 60th birthday. It's called the Quickie Kit. And the Quickie Kit has both the arousal oil with botanicals, travel size, smaller size than this, the Awaken oil with CBD. And the third thing it has in it is these things called intimacy melts. So these are melts with CBD in them. I am going to show you what this looks like. So a melt is basically what it sounds like. This gets inserted in the vagina, in the vaginal canal, and I believe you want to do it within, I read it somewhere. Anyway, I usually try to do it like a little bit, with enough time before sex, so that what happens is you're inserting it, far into the canal, like a tampon, but further, like an OB, those little OB tampons. Um, mm, okay. My hands are really, so it is actually not this difficult to open, but my hands are really slippery right now from, there we go, from all of the products. So these products work, but you might want to open this up first, before you put the products on. So this is what it looks like. It's basically like a compact, it's just moisture. And what is going to do, and it has CBD in it. And so because you can put it far up in your vaginal canal, it will melt, and the CBD will make everything feel really relaxed. And I don't know if it's, I don't know if it's placebo, but the times that I have used it, I just feel like more relaxed in general. So I know some people who, like this young woman I spoke to, had taken a CBD gummy or a pot gummy before sex, and she said it was one of the first times she orgasmed from penetration, and she sort of uh, attributed it to feeling more relaxed, but highly possible. I'm not saying, I think having sex sober is awesome. And she was not like really high. She had like half a gummy. But I really, so I'm not saying if you need a lot of drinks to feel calm, you know, think about that. Um, but there is proof that, research has shown that when the brain is more anxious, it is harder for there to be arousal because the focus is so much, it's the dual control model. And I talk about this in a previous podcast. I will bring it back. I'll do a little talk on it again. It's so important that when we are anxious about anything outside of the bedroom or even during sex, or anxious about performance or how how we look, or the connection with the partner, whatever it is, it puts the focus on that, as opposed to clearing the space to just experience pleasure. So I do find that this little melt, you insert it a bit before sex, I think anywhere up to 30 minutes, but I'm not seeing the directions right here, right now. Exactly. What is good to know is it is all natural products. It is safe for oral sex. So if you insert it and then you know, want to have some oral, you're safe. This is not going to poison anyone. What it is not, though, is it's not compatible with latex condoms. So just be aware of that. If you are using condoms, if you can try other condoms that this might work with. So that's really important to note, is it is not compatible with condoms. So love this. Foria Intimacy Melts. I brought this up to a client yesterday who is menopausal. her and her husband have an excellent sex life. They've always had sex consistently. It is very important to them. And she's just noticed lately that she's not feeling as aroused and not getting aroused as easily. So again, you want to make sure that if this is a consistent issue, that there's not anything else going on medically or, physiologically. It could also be stress based. So again, stress and anxiety can impact libido, depression. Stress, anxiety, depression can impact libido being lowered, arousal being more challenging. So these are just, I think, great supplements to try and see if you can kind of give a little boost, give a little leg up to your pleasure and to your intimacy by yourself or with a partner. So, Foria melts with CBD. There is also, they do ones without CBD that are really more about moisturizing than arousal, but you still have the moisture. So these are the products. We have the melts, we have the arousal oil from Foria, we have the Medicine Mama. I am not being paid to do this. I should be. They should promote this, but I'm not. I'm just saying this because I love it. They're fantastic products. And as I come along with others, I will share them because that's what I do. It's really important. It helps us talk about these things. It helps sharing these things. I want everyone to be just enjoying pleasure and sex and connection. And if there are products that can help do that, make it even more fun and make you feel even better, then why the hell not? So that's it for today. If you have questions, if you have suggestions, if you want me to try a product, I'm up for it. So please follow me at Let's Talk About Sex Really. It's actually Let's Talk About Sex underscore really on Instagram. Follow me, DM me if you have any questions that you'd like me to answer, any topics you'd like me to cover, or any products you'd like me to try. Happy to do so. Anyway, keep experimenting, see what works for you, and have fun.